Good morning guys. So for this vlog today, I mean you might recognise where I am if you've seen some of my videos before. I'm near the hill, again my local hill, but this time instead of me going up the hill, on my previous video I was saying about how the amount of years I've lived here and I'm still finding things out in my village. So apparently there's a nature reserve and it's been there since 2007, which I had no clue about. My family didn't either. We only found it out because there's actually a YouTube channel for our local hill, and the guy just walks around there to show people. And we were watching one and he was saying that yeah, there's a nature reserve, and so the hill is just up here, and normally I would walk up there. But this time, so actually I'll show you. I've come from over here. I don't know if you can see because of the sun. And I'm going to walk along this way, near the rail tracks, all the way around. And that is where there's supposed to be a nature reserve. So I've never walked this way before. So we'll see how it goes. So we'll see if we can find it. But yeah, I'm so surprised again that there's something here, like a nature reserve, and it's been there since 2007, and I have absolutely no idea. So we're gonna go and explore there, see what we can find. Apparently you can get loads of rare birds and sometimes otters I read about, so that's really cool. So we're gonna go explore, see if we can find it. So I will check back in with you guys in a bit. Oh god, how am I going to get over this? It's quite a wonky one. It does not feel sturdy at all. Okay, I made it. Yeah, wonky. So we're in the crop field now with all the wheat. And this is where I currently am. So I've just come from that way. Now I'm in the crop field. Looks quite nice actually. Also, another fact. So when I went on one of my walks before, I put it on TikTok, but I saw random deer in the forest and I was like, what the hell? Because I didn't know that there were deer around there. But yeah, apparently there's two types of deer. I can't tell you what kind, but I was so surprised. So we might end up seeing some today, which would be really cool. Don't know if you guys can hear, but the wildlife. There's a bee. Oh, dodgy. Right, there's thorns in the way. Jesus, this looks so unsafe. Okay, made it. This is probably going to lead into another field. Yep. Okay, but I think this is the start of it. Yeah, here we go. This is the start of the nature reserve. I can hear some cows. Yeah, I can see cows. You're not going to be able to see it, but they're all the way over there. Oh, I love these. Gonna make a wish. Brings me back to my childhood doing that. yeah, this is part of the nature reserve. I think the guy said you can go either way. I'm going to head down this way. So many butterflies out as well, it's so sweet. Okay, here we go. Oh look, there we go. Community woodland. We're into the second part of it, well, another part. It looks so nice. So, right, I'm gonna tell you guys some fun facts about this place that I've found. So, starting off with how this all started with the nature reserve was in 2007. Our area here in Gloucester, well, Churchdown, Tewkesbury area, we had really terrible flooding, and so what happened was, I remember it really well. It was so bad we had to all go and I found a bench, so I'm just gonna sit here and tell you. Oh, what does that say? Gordon and Janet's seat, relax and enjoy the view with us. Oh, that's so nice. This is the view. Okay, so some facts. Let me let you know. So, as I was saying, in 2007 we had terrible flooding, and basically after that the Environment Agency created a flood storage area between this area all around me, and basically this whole area they scooped out. There's around 170,000 meters or some, I don't know what this is. M3 of earth, equivalent to roughly 70 Olympic swimming pools, which is crazy. So they did this to protect all of the homes nearby, so there's like over 350 homes, so they did that to protect it all. And there's also a train. There's a very active train line, so if you do keep hearing trains, it's because I'm right next to it, so apologies for that. But yeah, so 2007, really bad flooding. Oh, there's a pigeon. See, I'm getting distracted as I said in my previous video. But they actually built this around 2010 to 2011, and it's now got 50 plus acres of habitat. If I stand up, I'll show you. It's very large. I'm just really surprised that I didn't even know this was a thing, especially since it's been here since 2010. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, so apparently it was completed around 2011. The reserve spans 50 plus acres with woodlands, grasslands, ponds and wetland areas, and they support ducks, herons, egrets, kingfishers, and even sometimes people have spotted the occasional otter. And honestly, I love otters, another one of my favourite animals, so it would be really cool if I was to spot one today, but I'm not going to get my hopes up, just in case. But yes, that's cool. But yeah, apparently other people have spotted some rare birds around, so it's like, even though how bad the floodings were, it was, I remember it to this day. So I'm just trying to figure out, I don't want to walk all the way over there, go round. But yeah, I remember it, and like all the water, like we couldn't have water from the taps or the shower, or same with the toilets wouldn't flush, so we all had to go out with our like buckets, or I think what we did was milk cartons, and there would be like little water parts, like where you can go and grab your own water. So I remember us having to do that. So like, even though how terrible it was, the fact that now we've got this reserve and it's habitat for like wildlife in the area, it's really good. So yeah, I will keep telling fun facts when I can remember some more. But yeah, if you're curious as well, over here I think it's Barnwood, and you have like a Premier Inn, you've got bowling, I think laser tag. I can't think of what this building there is though, but yeah, and you can see some of the hills, the other hills. One of them's like Robbinswood Hill, the others is I think Cuppa's Hill, which is where the cheese rolling happens. So that's pretty cool. Which one day I will go up with them. I won't just stick to the normal, like this hill near me. I will go and explore the hills. I want to go actually. There's one which is like Hampton Hill, and on it it's got a little thing called the Devil's Chimney. And I can't remember why it's called that. I've actually got a book about Churchtown and like Gloucestershire and the surrounding areas, but it's like haunted Gloucestershire it's called. And I think from that it was saying that the reason why it's called Devil's Chimney is because when people will go up there, it's on a cliff. And hey everyone, so at this point my camera really started to mess up on the footage. Whenever I'm trying to speak, it cuts me off and then it goes silent and you can't hear any sound at all, and then it's very laggy and glitchy. But at this point I was talking to you about the Devil's Chimney on Hampton Hill, which is one of the places I will go and film at some point. But this is the book I was telling you about. It's called A Grim, I don't know how to pronounce this word, A Grim Almanac, Almanac, I don't know how you pronounce it, A Grim Something of Gloucestershire. And this right here, this page is about the Devil's Chimney. So this is it here. Now it says there was an earthquake that happened in 1926 in the area, which caused all the the crack formations, so like these bits here in the Devil's Chimney. And so that's one of the reasons why I think it's called that. But there's the main reason, according to one of the urban legends in the area, is that some believe the formation is the chimney of the Devil's home, located deep underground, and legend has it that the devil, angered by numerous churches in the area, would sit atop Hampton Hill and start hurling stones at the churchgoers, but his own stones ended up turning back on him, burying him beneath the earth where he remains, so using the chimney as his escape for hellish smoke. So that is one of the legends as to why it's called the Devil's Chimney. So I just reading, I don't know, but yeah, so there's that, and then also because of the earthquake that it made the cracks and stuff, but that is the reason why it's called the Devil's Chimney, and it's a very popular, well-known landmark in the area. But it's funny because I always thought, because I'd read somewhere growing up that there was another thing called the Devil's something, and it was called that because people felt the urge to just jump off, and that would the urge was the devil being jump. That's what I thought that this one was about, but turns out that's a different one. I don't know whereabouts in the area there's something like that, but I remember reading about that growing up. But this one is just because apparently the devil would sit up top and hailstones at churchgoers. But yeah, that is what I was trying to say in the video before the footage all messed up. There might be parts where I'm trying to say something and it's cutting off, so I might come back on camera while editing just to try and say what I was trying to say. But that is that for now, and that is the little fun fact about Devil's Chimney. This is actually a really good book. We've had it for years, and it's all about like the months and then facts about Gloucestershire. A lot of it is about like any royals that have come, so like Henry, like Charles the First, Henry, whatever is part, I don't know, Henry, it's not Henry VIII, but one of the Henrys. But yeah, it's actually a really good book because it tells you, it's by Robin Brooks if anyone's interested. But yeah, it tells you all like some facts about the surrounding areas. There you go. It's a compilation of macabre, I don't think I've pronounced that correct, misery, wanton wickedness and murky misfortune, and like legends of the area. So yes, if anyone is interested, that is what the book is. But yeah, for now I'll stop rambling and I will let you guys continue with the rest of the video. So the part I'm in now is called Cliff's Woods, and I found the reason why. There's a bench here for someone called Uncle Cliff, and it says, the nicest man you could ever hope to meet, loved by everyone lucky enough to know him and deeply missed. That's really nice. Okay, so before I go to the pond areas, this is another just view of where I've been. So this is the reservoir. There's loads of ducks. They're all swimming in a line. Okay, so I really don't know what's happening with the camera. It's saying there's literally only 58 seconds left. So I'm gonna stop recording for today, and tomorrow when I come back I will film some more footage. Hey everyone, so I am back. I've sorted my camera out now. I think it was just because of the heat. It was like messing with my SD card and just the functionality of the camera. But I'm back at the nature reserve now. It's a lot windier today. I didn't realise it was going to be windy, so I haven't got my mic with me. So I'll try and be closer to the camera so you guys can hear me. But I'm actually coming up to the bench where I said those two lads were. Okay, so my camera messed up again in the previous footage. So a bit of backstory behind these two lads. When I was in there last, they were sat on this fence and I thought I could smell a bonfire, and they were just acting really dodgy. It was 8:30 in the morning, and it turns out that they had made a little bonfire, which was ridiculous considering it's a dry area full of wildlife and it could have caused a fire. But that is a bit of the backstory, so you guys aren't confused as to what I'm on about. On my previous time I was here, and about the fact that they made a bonfire, when I came back round to walk home, I came to the bench because they were gone to sea, and they did. You can't see it now, but yeah, it wasn't good, and I'm just like, it's a dry res, like it's a nature reserve. I don't see why you would make a bonfire here, considering it's all dry. You could like set it on fire, but whatever. Anyway, they're not here. I'm actually all on my own, which is quite cool. But this is the bench, and it's in memory of someone called Roger Selwood. And in memory of Anne Selwood. And I love it. Every bench here has a little memorial for someone, and it's really nice. But this is the view from the bench. So yeah, I need to look back again at the footage, but I don't think I managed to show you much of this side. Just because those two boys were there and then they were just being really like odd. So I will show you. There's not much to see this side of things really. The pond bit is over there, so I might take you guys over that way again. But for now, we'll continue this way and see if I can show you guys a bit more of this side. But it's a nice day today. It's really hot again, but because there's the breeze, it makes it a lot cooler, which is really nice. And there's actually loads of clouds in the sky today as well. So I was trying to film just like to see how long the grass was, just like, and then to pop out just like as a funny bit, and some guy's just in the distance and he's just staring at me, and so I'm just ignoring the fact that I've just walked through the long meadow, as it's called, to try and do a bit. I'm just ignoring that and I'm just walking away, because otherwise if I go past him he's probably going to question me on what I'm doing. So I can see a woman walking down this bit, and I had no idea you can go down there, so I might do that. I might head up there and just see where that takes me. I mean, it looks a bit like a farmhouse bit, but I mean, she's walking through, so I might see if I can do the same and just see if it leads me, because that way it looks like it's near the hill again, so maybe I'll walk that way and just see where it will take us. I'm back at the pond bit now. I've zoomed in. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see, but there are loads of ducks kind of like in the middle bit here. It's a shame we can't go around this way, but oh well. Yeah, so there's like this bit here is like the brook, and then it goes all the way along here. You can't see because of all like the gated stuff. It goes along there, and then it goes all the way around, and there's a part like through some foresty bits, maybe I'll go round again. Although actually I think I showed you in the last one. I can't remember. I'll go round again. But that is the Horsbere Brook. And then I think it feeds into the pond as well, which is quite cool. But yeah, I might actually. I'm just trying to figure out, because over there is where that woman started to walk, but I don't know if it's like private or like if she lives there, or if it, but then it looks like it's another way onto the hill, so I don't know whether I want to have a look. Don't really know. Oh, we can get to just got distracted. I can see a sign. Get to Gloucester Rugby Club from here. Although actually no, saying that, to be fair, I've always wondered, I'm like, there's got to be an easier way. So where my village is, like the next few villages along, it's like a few minute drive, but yeah, if you were trying to get there, the only way, if you can't drive, is by bus, and so it'll take, you have to go into town to then go back out on yourself, and it just seems a bit silly to do that. But now I know that actually I can just cut through this route, and then I could probably walk into town if I wanted to, and it won't take me very long. I don't really know where I'm walking to now. I'm just kind of wandering around. But that's pretty much, to be fair, that is pretty much the whole of the nature reserve. Like I said, there's a bit over there which I will take you to, but for now that is like pretty much it. But it's really nice, it's a nice space. Ooh, there's a sign. Horsbere Brook flood storage area, we need your help. We live here and we may be nesting, don't disturb us. Stay on the path and keep your dog under close control. So you can get swans here. Haven't seen any yet, but that would be pretty cool if I do. But for now I'm just going to head back to where that guy saw me before, and show you more that way, because my camera was really messing up at that point. So, okay, change of plan. I see a public footpath gate to head towards the farmhouse area. So instead of me going through the woodlands bit again, I'm going to go this way, which I've never done before. Oh, it's windy. And let's just see what is this way. So it looks like you can kind of go around, or you can head up. I'm going to head up. And just see what is this way. But again, this is what I mean, I didn't even know that this was an access point, although to be fair, I never even knew the whole nature reserve was here until recently. But it looks like we can go up this way on the hill. I've never been this way, so I don't know if I'm always like, I always get nervous, especially in the countryside, when the path you're taking looks like it's taking you towards like a farm or someone's house, and I'm just there like, I don't want it to see what helicopter, ambulance. Yeah, I'm always like, oh, because even if it says it's a public way, public footpath, I'm always like, oh, well, what if it isn't? What if it's like tricking me and I'm actually just trespassing on someone's property? It literally says it's a public footpath, so I'm there like, all right, it's fine. But like, do you ever get that where you feel like, oh, it kind of doesn't look like it should be a public footpath, and you kind of feel like you're trespassing on other people's property? So I get it all the time, and then a lot of the time I'm like, no, I won't go that way just in case. But yeah, so nature reserve, and then all of this. But I will come back once I finish this road, just to update you. Don't know if you can see all the crows. There's so many. Okay, so this is what I don't understand sometimes, is I was right. As soon as I've gotten to the top, I don't know if you can hear me, sorry. As soon as I've gotten to the top, it says private land and that there's no public right of way. But I'm like, I don't get it. If it's not a public right of way, don't put a footpath and a sign that says a public footpath. Unless I can walk, like, I don't know. But now I'm like, as I'm walking back, there's someone walking towards me, and it's confusing me. Either they're the people that live there or run that far, or they actually are just the general public. But I just don't get it. Like, if you're gonna put, like, unless they've not updated it, but why put a gate that says public footpath this way, and then you get there and then it's like, nah, private land, you have no right of way, no right of access. I just don't get it. Either way, I mean, coming up to the top, it's giving me some nice views because it's kind of on a hill, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm now going on a little ramble, so I will stop, and I think what I will do is go through those little wood bits again, just to show you guys properly this time, and then yeah, I'm losing my train of thought, so I'm going to stop and come back. Okay, we are back in the long meadow now, so this is it. I'm just going to show you, I'm going to try again and show you how tall it actually is. Hang on, let me get the camera all set up again. Okay. Okay, why does this always happen to me? A lot of the time when I'm trying to film those bits in between, like proper filming, like, you know, where I'm filming a plant or me walking or something, Oh. Oh no, there's a bug on it. I was going to grab one of those dandelion things, but there was a bug. I was just filming a bit, and like, you know, and sometimes I like spin around to show the view. I did that, and once again I've noticed that there were people behind me, and I did it about 3 times to try and get the perfect one. So they've just seen me spin around 3 times just to try and get the perfect shot, and now I'm gonna have to try and act like nonchalant and as though I've not just done that. That's the thing, is like sometimes trying to film a YouTube video is it can be quite funny, and then people will judge you, but I mean, it's fine. It's like that's the second time now. One of them was me coming out of the grass at the first point, trying to show you guys how tall it was, and now a group of people have just seen me just randomly spinning around. It's quite funny, right? But saying that, we're now coming up to the woodlands bit again. I don't have my mic, and so I don't know how much of me you're going to hear, because there's an A road as well. This is it. So yeah, that was Long Meadow, part of the Horsbere Nature Reserve. So then over here we've got some of the brook, and then we've got a meadow there, and then some woodlands here, and then more of the brook just running along the side. Another one of these useless gates, but I'm going to go through it just because it is fun. Okay, so we've come through the little woodland bit now, and we are back out into some more meadows. So I'll just show you now. We've just come out from this way, so we can either go up this way, or this is the way that I went before, but here is the local footpaths. Oh, you can go through. You just cut through that way. Right, I might end up doing that then. Yeah, because I came through along here and then I got to this point and it was saying private land. So whether that was just for this bit. But yeah, you can cut through. And there's another reservoir, which I didn't know. So where am I now? I'm here. So if I go back up this road, ow, shit, there's thorns there. If I go back up this way, then I can end back near the farm, or cut through this way and find the reservoir. Oh, fuck me. But as I was showing you, I'm gonna have to cut a lot of that out because I was swearing. After I was showing you the map. Okay, so it's a public footpath, but it's also part of a road, right? But that's the kind of road where it's also a footpath, and so you should go slow, right? But no, this guy came zooming past around that corner in his Porsche, and he didn't even stop, and he almost hit me, so I had to literally jump out the way down here just to try and not get hit. If you know it's a bloody public footpath, don't come zooming down. Like, yeah, I get it's a road as well, but like, you've got to think about the fact that the public walk on here. It's just like, what are you doing? So I just swore at him as he zoomed off, but I'm just there like, you be more considerate. Like, I've got nowhere to go unless I run into a thorn bush, and it literally shows as well for walking routes. These are the only things, no cars. So that was fun. I don't get it. That was like really annoying. But I'm actually gonna go down the road that man went down, because apparently it's a public footpath. So I guess we'll see if it actually is, or whether. But I'm just like, come on. Actually, I can show you guys. So over there in the distance, I don't know how far you can see, but over there's a field with loads of haystacks, and when I was trying to film before, I got lost and I ended up on that field, and I was trying to figure out where the hell I was. I'm really conscious now that there's cars. I might just head back and not go that way, because if that man is there, it's going to annoy me. But yeah, sorry, I keep getting lost of track, and I'm like, I got caught on the thorns. But yeah, anyway, before I got lost, and I ended up walking around for hours trying to get back to the reserve, because Google Maps was like, oh yeah, there's a shortcut this way, you can go instead. When there wasn't, it just took me on some other fields, so I had to go all the way back round. I mean, it's quite a nice walk, to be fair, but yeah. But I'm going to look at this map and just try and figure out so I'm there. That's the road I went down before into the next village. So it's saying you can go down there, but then it's saying it's just for residents, so I really don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna head back down to the reservoir again, but okay everyone, I hope you can hear me. The wind is picking up a bit now. I'm gonna leave the video there. I've pretty much shown you all of the reserve now, and I kind of just want to head home after that guy almost ran me over. I just want to say, like, I'm fine, but it's just annoyed me a bit. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been really cool to share this with you, especially since I didn't even know that this was here. So it's really cool to see. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a video out on Friday, just because I haven't got anything planned, but other than Saturday, on the weekend I'm going to be going to Gloucester Food Festival, which is going to be really good. So I'm going on the Saturday, and it's got some, I think it's Georgie from the Bake Off, and then it's got a famous chef as well. Can't remember the name, but I really like him. But yeah, there's a few famous people there, They do demos, there's going to be food markets, food stalls, that kind of thing, so it's going to be a really good video. I'm going to film a lot of it for you, so I'll get that out on the Tuesday, so we've got that to look forward to. But for now I will say bye, and again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Please hit that like button and comment and subscribe. I'll also be doing a Q&A as well, I think, so look out for my post about that. But yeah, for now, thank you again, and I hope you all have a lovely week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!